Welcome back to my channel. Today's layout is another A4 layout, and this one is for the January challenge in the Peartree Cutfiles Facebook group. This is to use a Peartree cut file and something new. So I'm going to be using the scoot layout, which is this cute little scooter with the word scoot attached to it. And I decided I was going to use the navy background because I'm really liking the way the white's looking on the navy backgrounds at the moment, and I've got some gorgeous cardstock from Paper Mill Direct. So I don't usually use coloured backgrounds, but I'm liking the navy at the moment. So I decided to add a bit of watercolour to this cut file to start with, but in the end it does end up staying white, so I ended up having to cut it out again. So yeah, at the minute I'm just using them Neo Colour watercolour crayons again, and just adding some navy watercolour to the top, and then I end up adding some pink to the bottom. I'm also using the Peartree Cutfiles Build a Wreath cut file again, not actually using it as a wreath, but actually using it to decorate around the photographs. And I've cut that out in white, navy and pink. I cut out the white to go underneath the navy leaves to make sure they stood out from the navy card, because it's the same card that I'm using for my background. But like I say, this cut file does end up going back white. I end up recutting it. And I did originally cut it with two scooters, one facing out from each side, but then also decided against that and ended up cutting the scooter off and just using the one scooter. So these photographs are of my little boy and his older sister, which is my partner's daughter. And it's actually great photos because it's only the third time they've actually met since he was born. And that she's actually now loving getting to know him. So this is in the park with his dad and his sister, testing out his sister's new scooter she got for Christmas, which he absolutely loved. He absolutely loved standing on it. So yeah, using this navy cardstock, and I do like the way it looks originally, but once I get it all built up, I decide I want to actually use the white cut file. So I'm just going to add some white gesso just to soften the background a bit to put the photographs on. I was going to blend it and then decided I actually liked the brush strokes of the gesso poking out either side. I thought it gave like a sense of movement in the photographs. So yeah, I ended up just leaving the brush strokes and not blending it out. And I really like the way that looks. And gesso dries really quickly, but the only bad thing is it makes your card buckle. I'm not sure if it does the same with a mixed media card. I've not actually used it on a mixed media card, obviously, because there's not much point. You don't really need gesso. But on normal cardstock, it does make your card buckle, so your layout doesn't end up flat. You can solve that. You can pop it under something that's really heavy to flatten your layout out, or once you put it into a clear pocket, it will flatten it out. So now I'm just adding a white border around my photographs just to make them pop up off the navy blue background. I always like a white border, and just in case you are using non-acid free tape, you can any double-sided tape that isn't acid free can damage your photograph. So if you are using non-acid free tape, putting your photographs onto a white border, it will help stop the photographs damaging. But I'm not too fussed about that, to be honest. I was to start with, but I'm not too fussed now because I do have all my photographs onto an external hard drive. So if the photographs do damage over time, I can just reprint them and just replace the photographs. So just positioning these photos and popping the build a wreath leaves around the outside, pops of pink, pops of blue, pops of white, and loving the way this is looking now. So just building them up. I think there's about 6, possibly 6 to 8 maybe different leaves on this one cut file. You cut them all out individually. You can ungroup them and cut the ones out that you want, which is what I did. I didn't cut the acorns out, and there were some smaller ones that I didn't cut out. I just wanted to actually use the leaves because they are in the park, and I just thought it was just a nice way to decorate the photo. So yep, here we go. Look, I've recut the cut file in white, which I'm a lot happier with. Now I've actually chose the letters for my title. My title is So Scooped Together, which is a play on words, obviously. So cute together. Because I really do love these photos. And for my partner, they have a lot of meaning because it's been a long time coming. Seeing his older two and his younger one together. So, but we're there now, and it was just nice to document these photos and let him see his big sister and have some fun and do what big sisters do, which is play, have fun. So yeah, I'm just adding a navy border to one photo and a pink border to the other photo. So I've kept it quite blue, pink and white, which I'm happy with. I love the way it's looking. The white gesso really makes a difference. I don't think it would have looked half as good if I'd just done it onto white cardstock or just navy cardstock. So I'm just adding some foam pads to one of the photos just to pop that up, give it a bit of dimension on the left hand side, and then decide where I'm positioning the cut file. These letters, they aren't that old, but they have lost their stick, so I do end up having to stick the stickers down with wet glue. I'm just moving them down. Now I'm happy with the positioning of the cut file. Such a cute cut file this. This was a January release, and I honestly didn't think I would ever need to use this scoop cut file. Maybe when my little boy's older, I thought once he gets a bit bigger for a scooter. But as soon as my partner sent me these photos, I was straight onto the Peartree Cut Files website, and I was downloading this and cutting it. It's such a cute cut file and goes perfectly with these photographs. I was going to add the watercoloured scoot on top of the white cut file, but it just wasn't quite right. It just didn't look quite right, so I don't end up using that either. It does just end up being the white cut file on its own. So now I'm just going to get these photographs stuck down, and then it will be getting all the leaves stuck in place, and yeah, I'm really happy with the way this is looking now. And those leaf cut files are just beautiful, especially when they're all layered up. They'd make a lovely winter wreath if you was building them all up into a circle for a wintry photo. They'd look lovely in different, maybe wintry colours, blues and pinks, whites, frosty colours. So yeah, these are all stuck down now, so just adding some glue to the rest of the leaves and just adding a few more in. Not sticking them fully flat to the paper, making sure some of the ends pop up for some dimension and texture. And yeah, that's looking good now. You can see the white still makes the white leaves still make the navy leaves pop up, even though it's on to navy cardstock. So just finishing off there. Now just still not sure about that watercolour. And then I had an idea. White Cutfile, and then what I had to the end is I had some navy stitching across the middle, just for some added interest. So just adding some wet glue to the Cutfile now, and then just going to position it in place. And then, like I say, I have to stick the letters down as well, also with some wet glue, because they've lost a bit of their stick. It's just adding some more wet glue to that now. The main part's stuck down into position. Yeah, just poking the handle behind them leaves, and I'm happy with that positioning now. So yeah, I'm just sticking them letters down with some wet glue into place. And I added an XO in the top right corner, also just for some more added interest. I wasn't sure what journaling to put on this as well, so it needs to be special journaling, so you don't see any of the journaling up in the close-ups, because I haven't added the journaling yet. Just found some of these little sticky dots off a Scenic Route collection from Paige Evans, and I decided to add the navy blue Explore More sticker and the title Document This as well, because it did definitely need to be documented. And obviously that's what scrapbooking's all about. He probably won't remember this when he's older, but it's nice for him to look back on when he is older, which is what it's all about, isn't it? It's remembering things for people who won't necessarily remember right now. I mean, my older two, they love looking through their scrapbooks. They're 13 and 15 now, and they still love looking through their scrapbooks and hearing me tell them the stories about the layouts that I've done of them. So yeah, it's nice to look back on. So yeah, I'm just going to add some stitching through the Cutfile and a strip down each side. There we go. And thanks for joining me. Bye for now.